is going on? Hey everyone, welcome. Trying to make sure we are where we're supposed to be. There we are. I see us now. Hope everyone's doing well. Hey Tracy. Get situated. Gotta look over my glasses. Make sure I'm in the right place. I think we are. Yeah, there we are. Say hello and let me know you're here, please. That you can hear me okay. And we'll give everybody a minute or two to get connected and find us. I apologize, I'm a few minutes late tonight. I went to dinner with some friends and I was rushing when I got back, you know, because you run in, you run out from work. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, look what time it is. So my apologies. Hope everyone's doing well. They had a great 4th of July weekend. Mine was rather uneventful. Spent a lot of time down here crafting, which was fun. Hi, Linda. Haven't seen you in forever. I have a cute fun fold for you tonight. One that I did about this time last year. And I love to bring cards back. Especially if it's a fun fold, I really love. And redo it with newer things. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna do some of it kind of on the fly. So we'll see how we do. Right? Hello, Miss Nancy. Thanks for being here. Right, I'm gonna wait another minute and then we'll jump in. It's actually a pretty nice day today. Sunny, but not too hot. My kind of weather with a nice little breeze. Hopefully it was that way for you, wherever you are. All right, I am gonna go ahead and jump in. Today is Wednesday, July the 9th. Yep, 2025. And this is our Facebook Live for this week here in DonnaStamps.com. If you don't know me, my name is Donna Schneidmiller. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Louisville, Kentucky. And I have been a demonstrator going on 22 years. Crazy, just crazy. But let me touch base with you really quick and tell you just what's kind of going on in the Stampin' Up! World. Starting today and for 3 days only, we are having a cardstock sale. That is going to be on any of the two-tone cardstocks. So there are numerous patterns of this and numerous colors, of course, is what I meant to say, colors, but they're all going to be 20% off. So that's a great deal in itself. There are multi-packs as well as individual packs. And of course, you can check out all of that in my online store. Now this month we released some brand new online exclusives, so you'll want to check all of those out as well. My order just came actually today with some of them in it, so I didn't have a chance to get it unboxed and shared, but we'll start next week with some of those. We also released several new kits. So again, you can check out all of these new products in the online store here through my Facebook group, or of course over on my actual website, DonnaStamps.com. Now, I want to remind everybody, I've been talking about it for a few weeks. We are having our very first virtual album retreat starting next week. It is 3 days during the week. But it is 100% all recorded. So if you're like me and you work during the day and you can't participate, or you have a busy evening schedule, once you purchase the kit, you will get free access to the Facebook group for which this retreat is going to happen. And you'll be able to go back and watch each one of the presentations at your leisure. Now, this kit is making 24 12 by 12 pages. So you're going to be doing a 2-page spread for each month. And it's, of course, a great way to be able to, maybe you're on a weight loss journey, or you have a new grandbaby or something, a vacation, etc. You can easily pop your pictures into these pages and change them up. The cool thing is that everything is already die cut for you, pre-cut for you. You have the PDF. Everything is done. Plus, you're going to get not one, but 4 different exclusive stamp sets that you're going to be able to use on your pages, as well as, of course, after the fact. And so if you're interested in that, again, you can find a link here on my page. And if you order soon, you may get it back in time to start next week. But of course, if it doesn't arrive in time, don't worry. Like I said, everything is pre-recorded and you'll be able to easily catch up on your pages. What I'm excited about is that there is going to be lots of different techniques included in these scrapbook layouts, and especially using flip flaps and all of those things. So I'm most excited to see how to actually use them. I have an idea, but I've never actually done it. So of course, it's going to be nice to see some of our scrapbooking experts from the home office sharing that information with you. Club Cove registration is open for the month of July, and we are going to be featuring the Notes and Totes bundle out of the annual catalog. Now, this stamp set is awesome by itself, but I want to show you the dies that are included. This whole little bundle, whoops, screams to me beach or pool or just summer getaway. And we're going to be making cute little tote bags. We're going to be decorating them and filling them with fun stuff. So, of course, my Club Cove is a club to go. And you make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs, and it includes anywhere between $22 and $25 worth of product. And you're going to have a ton left over, which makes it nice. So if you're interested in that, you're more than welcome to go over to my actual website. There's a link at the top that says Club Cove. You can click on that and sign up. It is a monthly subscription, but if you're not ready to commit to that and you just love this bundle, you can absolutely do it for 1 month. Just message me and I'll get you the information on how to go about taking care of that. But if you do Club Cove for 6 months in a row, you receive a goodie bag with $25 in extra product that you'll be able to use as a thank you. As far as upcoming events, the next one on my calendar is our card buffet that is this Saturday. It is all occasions again. It is over off of Dixie Highway near Lower Hunters Trace. And we have 2 sessions, one from 9 to 12 or from 1 to 4. And the cards are $3 each, including your envelope. And you can come and make as few or as many cards as you want. And we are going to have about 16, I think, is where we're at, different cards to pick from. So, and very soon we're going to start Christmas. So this will be our last all occasions for right now. I also have my very first Sips and Cards coming up. I'm very excited about this. It's on July 23rd at 6:30. I am partnering with Roseland Hill Winery here in Jeffersontown. It's a very cute little place, and we are just going to have a great time making cards. Your class registration fee is $35. That includes the supplies to make 4 cards plus your choice of a glass of wine or beer. But they do have other things like soft drinks, etc., if you prefer to have those. And then, of course, Stamp a Stack for this month is going to be on July the 27th at 1 o'clock. And that's 16 cards for each of 4 designs for $25 are free with a $40 order. And all of these events are up on DonnaStamps.com. If you get on it on your phone, scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see the events. If you look at it on your laptop or your PC or your iPad, the events will be over in the far right-hand column. But you can click on any of those for more details as well as to hold your spot. And then people are asking me, when are you starting Christmas cards for Stamp a Stack? We are actually starting them next month. So Christmas cards will be August, September, October, and November. And it's the same time, 4th Sunday of each month. And each month there will be 4 new Christmas cards. So we won't be repeating any Christmas cards over the course of August, September, October, and November. So 16 different choices you'll have by the time you finish if you do all 4 classes. All right. And of course, again, you can sign up for all of those up on my website. Now, make sure you're commenting and saying hello. Hi, Bernice. Hi, Diana. Hi, Linda. It's the Linda night again. I love it. I think there are 4 of you now, right? Yes, Linda Lighting, Linda Owen, Linda Alfox, and Linda McFarland. So welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. So make sure you say hello and let me know you're here. We'll put your name into the drawing for the project that I did on our last live. And let me show that to you. This is the Everyday You and Me, along with the Everyday Happiness paper. And it is, of course, a fun fold with those awesome textured notes dies. And the way it works, it's kind of hard to do it upside down, but you pop out this little flap and then your card opens like that. Okay, so I've got everybody's name here in a hat who commented. Let's see who's going to get that card. That is going to go to Bonnie Morris. So Bonnie, I have your information. Oops, I'm throwing things. And people are asking me, can I get into the drawing if I watch the replay? And the answer to that question is absolutely. Just make sure that you comment, of course. And you need to comment here on the live. I know that a lot of people comment when I post from Instagram or over in the Creative Cove. And thank you for liking and commenting over there. But to get into the drawing, you do need to comment here on my live, okay? And then if you share the video, you go into this drawing. And this person's going to get a stack of cards from my stash. And this is going to go to Linda Alfox. So Linda, I have your information, of course, and I will get that card to you. All right. And then I went to the post office today and mailed out everything that was waiting to go in the mail, except for, of course, tonight's card. So you should be getting those just any day if you're expecting something from me. Thank you all for sharing. Hi, Sherry. All right, so let me put the camera down, and we are going to be using the Impressions of Bloom bundle, which is one of my favorites, along with that glorious designer series paper. So let me put the camera down real fast. Make sure we are in there. It looks like we are. Of course, I'm trying to look upside down. I love this bundle. I love it, love it. I especially love the designer series paper, and you can see that I have been using it a lot. I've got it all chopped up. I've got an extra pack in here, etc. But the patterns are gorgeous, and it has so many different colors in it that you're going to not have much trouble whatsoever with being able to mix and match and find coordination within this paper. Okay. All right. So let me show you the basic pieces that you need. You need a card base that's a little different. This one is 6 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you're going to score it at 2 inches. Okay. So we're going to be making this little flap just like that. Okay. Then you need a piece of basic white. This is 5 1/4 by 8. We're going to score it at 4, and we're going to fold our card in half. Okay, so that's the 2 basic pieces. Then you need 2 pieces of designer series paper. These are 5 1/4 by, 5 by 3 3/4. 2 strips. These happen to be just coordinating. Okay, so you can see I just picked one of the colors out of the paper. This happens to be the Fresh Freesia. These are 5 1/4 by 1 3/4. And then I used that awesome die. And there are actually 2. So I want to make sure that when you see these dies that you know what each one of them does. Okay. So there are 2 like this. Okay. One has a beaded edge and the other one has a solid image. Okay. This one with the beaded edge actually has, as you can see, 2 cut lines, okay? So it is going to only cut out a little beaded frame. So I want to make sure that you understand that, okay? And then the other has only 1 cut line, okay? So 1 raised cut line, and it's going to make the solid piece. Now, when these are actually die cut out, and I did not cut a frame, but I'm going to give you an idea. It's intended to look like this, to where your colored frame will sit right on the edge of your solid piece and create a little frame. Okay, so we're not going to do that tonight, but I want to make sure that you know the difference. And of course, you can feel beaded, 2 cut lines, solid has just the 1. Okay, so you'll need 1 of those in basic white, and then you're going to need some scraps of Garden Green, Crushed Curry, Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, Fresh Freesia, and basic white for your accent pieces. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to lay that accent piece aside, and our inks are going to be Garden Green and Strawberry Slush. And I'm going to start with this piece that is the 5 1/4 by 8 scored in 4. So this is going to make like a little booklet, okay? And we're going to be working on the inside first. So what I want to do is I'm going to take one of those pieces of the designer series paper. I'm going to use this on the front, so I want this to show up, okay? So I'm just going to add some adhesive here, and this is going to fit right on the inside of this panel. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and close that panel. Okay, so we're closing it to the left, and we're going to add our other layer with the opposite pattern. Okay, so inside right was the back piece, and then our fold. So if I was to open it back up, it would now be your left side piece, okay, is going to be my florals. This is a great card to be able to show off. My goodness, I gotta look and make sure I'm doing it right. Yep. Show off our designer series papers, because you're actually going to be able to show off 3 different patterns, and depending on what you pick for your stripes or your strips, you could also do a total of 4. These are what the back of those strips look like, but I'm just going to use the purple, I think, but I might change my mind here in a second. Okay, so what I want to do next is I want to do some stamping on my card. So I have some strawberry slush. Move that out of the way. And garden green. And I'm going to do all of my sentiments in garden green. Not a color I use very often. So I like when the designer series papers kind of force me to use colors I don't always use. So on the inside left, I'm going to stamp I appreciate you. And then I have some flowers here. And I've got to have a grid paper. Okay, and what I'm going to do, whoops, not garden green. We're going to ink up our solid bloom first, and I'm going to stamp off, and then I want to stamp this flower up here in the corner like that. And then I'm going to do another one just kind of down here the same way. Okay, now I'm doing tone on tone, so I've taken and done a second generation of the strawberry slush. Now I'm going to add the overlay to it. And we're going to pray Donna can see it to line it up. Yep. Okay. Am I right? Yeah. And we're just going to add this right straight over the top. Pretty close. And we'll do this one as well. I turn to my stamp, and when I turn my stamp, I always confuse myself. Okay, here we go. Like my mama says, hold your mouth correctly so you get what you need. Oh, and I see one thing I didn't grab. So I need some crushed curry and another block. And we need our inside of our flower. Here he is. Okay. And we will stamp that flower center right there to finish up our stamping of our flowers. Okay. Now, while I have my garden green open, oh, thank you, Kim. You're not late. You are fine. What am I doing? I'm coming over here, and I'm going to grab this piece. And what I want to do is my stamping first. So I want to do thanks. But actually, I'm going to do thanks for being there. And I want to stamp my words first. So I'm going to put those down here at the bottom. And that way, I know I've left plenty of room when I go to build the rest of my card. Okay, so let's close up our ink pads. And now we can move that out of the way, and we can finish putting our card together. All right, so I have die cut out different flowers. I've got some strawberry slush, etc. That's why you need those scraps. I have some centers. So I'm going to go ahead and add those. These are in crushed curry. I love how the centers have these little dots cut into them, these little specks. And if you watched a video I did a couple weeks ago, I showed you a fun trick, and let me show you that again really quick, to be able to line up your pieces. So I have taken a piece of the Post-it note tape, and I went ahead and put my outside die and my inside die down together on that piece. And then that way, when I go to take them up, they don't shift, nor do I risk losing the inside, especially this one is so tiny, as you can see. And then because it's Post-it note tape, I can leave it on my sheet here. And as I use it, I can just peel it off and place it back down, and it holds everything in place. And I haven't used these little flowers yet, but I would do the same thing with those. That way they don't slide all over your paper when you're die cutting. And it's, again, a great way to use that Post-it note tape. My friend Linda Owen told me about that, and I'm so glad she did, because now I'm addicted to it. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we've got our word stamped. I cut out one of the garden green stems, and I'm just going to add that across here with a little bit of liquid glue. And I'm just going to dot some, because, you know, a little bit goes a long way. And I want him to kind of hang over the edge a little bit, just like that. Okay. Then some of my flowers are going to be flat, and some of my flowers are going to be on dimensionals. So let's start with, let's see if this is what I want to do. I kind of like to lay mine down and see how I want to do them first. Okay, that's what I want to do. So we're going to add a swoosh. And of course, the color combinations of these flowers. Hey, Ann, good to see you. We're gonna add these, whoops. I am throwing things today. Bumble fingers, all right. We're gonna add these two flat, and I'm leaving space in between on purpose. I've got some dimensionals. And for this flower, I don't want it to squish, so I'm going to put a little bit more dimensionals than you might normally do. So we're going to add these. Does anybody else find these little backings everywhere? I have found them on my dog's nose. I found them stuck on my arm. I find them everywhere. Okay. We're going to add this one right here. We'll just kind of tuck him like that. Okay. So, very pretty and easy. I have not found it at a store. I actually got mine on Amazon. But I will be honest with you, Linda, and tell you that I have not looked at maybe like Office Max or, Staples for it. But I have not been able to find it at any of the normal box stores. So if Linda Owen, if you're on here, cat litter box, that's funny. And you found it elsewhere, let me know. Or if anyone uses the Post-it note tape. Nancy, if you use it and you found it at a store, post here and let us know. That way we can look for it. Okay, so now I've got my card folded. Okay, it's opening to the right. And we're going to add that right here. Okay, just like this. Okay. And this is why you want to watch what you add as far as your panels are concerned, because you don't want to have a clash, okay? And so if I put this here, to me, that's too busy. You might like it. I think it's, like I said, a little bit too busy. So I'm just going to add the same panel that I put on the front on the inside. Okay, so we're going to add this here. Just like this. All right, and then this panel is going to go right here on the center of our card, okay? And again, you're going to kind of want to watch where you add your dimensionals. So I like to lay mine kind of over so I can see where to add those. Some people like to put them straight down on the flap, but I kind of just eyeball it a little bit. And again, I don't want it to be flat, and I want to make sure it holds, so I add a few more than normal. Okay, so and then again, I can just kind of test it and make sure that I don't have anything. Can't believe I'm slinging those because I never do that. Okay, so I'm just going to barely touch it. Okay, so it's not really down, and I just want to open it and make sure that I don't have any dimensional showing. And knowing that I don't, now I'm going to go ahead and press it down. Okay, so then you have your inside and then again your open side. So it's a great way to show off that paper. And then let's finish it up with, keeping with the strawberry slush, let's use the, what are these called? Strawberry slush and Pretty in Pink gems. And honestly, I think I am going to go with the lighter, small ones, okay? Because they kind of have some gold flakes in there that kind of pick up the yellow, especially in our flowers down here. Let's just, I might go overboard today and add a few that I don't normally add. Because what's the use in hoarding them, right? Use them up. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Norma. Hi, Janie. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, and for sharing. So here's your card, okay? And then you have plenty of room to write. You could put another piece of white over here if you wanted. You can make a little pocket and make a gift card. And this is the card that I did previously. So you can see how this was using the adventure set. And again, the same premise, but you can show off that designer series paper. So you can put anything as your focal point and stamp it or dress it up any way that you want. I think I got my row at Walmart in Fern Creek. Oh, good to know, Bernice. Thank you for letting us know that. We will have to share that. So if anybody's in Fern Creek and runs to Walmart and finds it, let us know. Don't buy all of it, but let us know you found it there. All right, so that's your card for tonight. I hope you like that. Be sure to take advantage of the 20% off our two-sided cardstock. We have a brand new embossing folder that I cannot wait to show you. Mine just came today. It is beautiful sunflowers And I'm going to show you how you can use it with your two-tone cardstock to make some beautiful cards. So we are going to do that next week. Along with whatever else I decide to come up with. If you're interested in Card Buffet, please let me know. You just can message me, or you're welcome to go over to DonnaStamps.com and click the button to register. And then, of course, next week is our album class, and the week after that is our Stamp-A-Stack, as well as Sips and Cards at Roseland Hill. So I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. Have a great rest of your week. And if you're coming on Saturday, I'll see you then. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.